Welcome to the Fifth Opinion is Jericho. Yeah. Hey, what's happening? You don't need this. I don't even think Jericho. Well, actually, I think Jericho is champion in AEW is what it is. So, another wrestler shout out. I love the old school ones. I mean, Jericho's not really old school, but still, Jericho was one of my favorites. So, today's show, just like the title says, it's just something that's been bugging at me recently, and it's with free leagues versus paid money leagues. What it comes down to is you have different sections. We have different groups of people where some will say they treat the paid leagues like the MLB. This is the big show. And the free leagues is what it is. It's free, whatever. So let's just get right to it. So I have points on both sides. When it comes to the free leagues, right, there's multiple things you could look for. One, you're looking just to play, right? There could be multiple reasons why. Pride. Number one, if you are in a free league, you are playing, well, obviously, scratch that. It's obviously for fun, right? We're doing all of this for the enjoyment, the competition. Some people, they don't do sports. Maybe this is their only competition. Some people, they used to do sports and they really can't do it. So it's either golf or fantasy sports. Some of it's just a hobby, just like collecting cards, working on cars, whatever your hobby might be, collecting trophies. But this is for our home league, right? It's not money. It's never been about money. It's about winning the trophies, winning the championship for that year. That's how we run it in our home league, our 12-guy home league. And you win it, it's yours like the Stanley Cup. For an entire year, you take it home, hug it, shower with it, do whatever the heck you want with it. But please don't break it. And then we bring it back for the following year for whoever wins it then and do the presentation. Definitely better than any money. I've done money leagues from pick'em football leagues to fantasy baseball to fantasy football. None of them have ever compared. I would say the one I enjoyed the most was the pick'em games. There's more skill into that. With fantasy, you do have to have some bit of luck or be a hot team, right? We've talked about it in the past. Anyone who had Todd Gurley, I think 4 years ago, that one when he just had like an insane, almost anyone who had Gurley won the championship. 2 years ago, it was David Montgomery. If you had him at the hot time, those last 3 weeks into the season or into the playoffs for fantasy, you most likely won or were very close unless your roster completely sucked. So it takes a little bit of baseball, same thing. It depends what kind of league it is. But to me, pick'em leagues is the one where I love to play for money. Right? Because that is something where you're picking the games. It takes a lot more skill. But I'm getting off. Let's get back to the topic. When you are in a free league, pride. That's the number one thing you're playing for. I am going to show you that I can build a team, right? I'm going to show you that I can compete and hopefully win a championship. If you don't, I don't think, like if you make, in mini leagues, if you make the playoffs, one, that's a good thing. It shows you have some competence. You know what you're doing. Two, if you make a serious playoff push, win 2 playoff games, win 1, whatever it is, make a playoff win and then lose the second round, that's still, you get a lot of praise. You get, hey man, this guy knows what he's doing. If you win, it meant you knew what you were doing and you had a little bit of luck on the way. But that's it. It's pride. Okay. I am in, I want to say, I've probably mentioned before, I'm in a lot of leagues. Okay. I only won a couple championships last year. Not my home league. I did not win it there. But I did win it in some other leagues. And at the end, I didn't get, hey, I had a couple of, hey, good season, congratulations. Usually it's the person you're playing in the championship. They'll show you respect. Hey, good game, good season. And then you move on. You don't have, you can be tight-knit. You can have a good group, even if it's online. Talk with them. Enjoy the whole process. Throughout the season, you're talking smack or talking, life. You're enjoying it. But at the end, it's just basically pride. So for a guy like me personally, and there's thousands out there like that, that's enough. I don't need money. Okay. Let's look at the money side. With money, honestly, what is better than money and winning, right? You take the pride, right? You say, oh man, I won. And you get Johnny Manziel after season, right? You get to brag about it. Everyone wants the money. That's a great factor. That's a great thing. If you're driven by money, there's some people who do this as there's real professionals. Thought I had one of my cats in here. There's real professionals that actually do this for a living. Go watch Rounders. Great movie. Edward Norton, as much as he can be Complete prick in that movie. Edward Norton was outstanding in Rounders, although you did want to end up punching him every time Matt Damon had the situation fixed. Go see the movie. But people do make living like that, right? That's totally cool. I could never do that. I don't think I have the skill. Like I said, in a lot of leagues, I don't know. I don't know. Is there much difference to it? I treat every season, every league as if let's say I had money in it. I wouldn't change anything. I make the trades I want to make. I build the team I want to build. But with money leagues, you get money as well as bragging, and heck, you can. Some people a lot of extra stuff for them. So the pros and cons of both those. Next up is with no money league, right? If it's just for free leagues, I got to remember to call them that. With free leagues, if it's just that, then there's no commitment. I mean, raise your hand if you've been in a league where a guy was there, built the team, made some questionable moves, or you could see he's trading 2022 pick away, 2023 pick away, even reaching for 2024, the previous or the next few seasons to try to build a winner now, doesn't win, sometimes just totally craps the bed and doesn't even make playoffs, but doesn't win and then skips out. Not even, hey, you know what, sometimes people have good reasons, but they just skip out and they're out of there. And you're just like, okay, that's very hard to fill the team. That actually kills some leagues. But if you're the GM or the commissioner of it and you're trying to keep it going, you can find ways. But that's why sometimes people will in free leagues say, hey, let's limit the amount of trading you should do. I don't think so. I think you should be able to trade whatever you want. But it does make some people weary when they see that kind of stuff because there is no commitment. You can even do it in the middle of the season. With paid leagues, you're locked in for cash, right? If I invest 50, now, like I said, the most I ever played for was $50. $50 you put in, 10 team, 20 or 12 team league. That's some big cash at the end. First place gets it all. Sometimes you might have the top two. First place gets this. Maybe the second place guy gets his money back, something like that. But I've never done like $100, $500. But I'm not one of those big pay guys. But you're still invested. $20, you might have guys still bail. But $50, people are going to stay in as long as they can. So I can see why people might like a paid league. Like I'm not going to waste my time with free leagues. Free leagues can get a bad stigma of no one can commit. And I know that's not a fact because I am in, like I said, every league I'm in is free. And there are guys for 4 years, 6 years still. And I'm not talking to the home league, just guys online that are still there. They're not bailing. You might have a guy here or there. One guy didn't really commit that much. Like I said, no commitment. Maybe he pulled it 9 out of the 12, 11 out of the 12, still going strong 4 or 5 seasons in. That's how you want to run a league. You know there are more guys like that than the guys who have no commitment, who just want to bail. But with that, if you are a guy who says, that's why I stay away from free leagues, because you feel like people aren't, and you'll see it. They'll comment, oh, I don't know if this league will make it past season 2. I don't know. And it's like those guys, you actually want to get them out, almost boot them out. They are a little virus that's cutting through that. If they keep making comments like that, you'll have other people say, well, what am I here for then? Why am I investing in this specific league? Because I got this guy who's complaining, or this guy who says he's probably not even going to stick around. So yeah, get those guys out. But with the paid leagues, they're locked in. They put in the cash. They're going to do whatever they can. Even if they see I might not do it with 4 games left. If I win these last 4, I could still make playoffs. So they're not bailing. Now, the end of the season, could they bail? Could the league fold? Of course, because everyone already got their money, so who cares? But if someone took your money, right, $50, $100, someone took it, you want to get that back. And you're like, you know what? If I just do this, and I'm not talking redraft, dynasty, I can do a few moves here. Maybe it is redraft. You could do that as well. I'm going to do this time. I'm going to change up the strategy, right? And I'm going to get my money back from this guy. So they hold into it. But to me, free leagues, money league, doesn't matter. At the end of the season, you're going to do what you want to do if you want to bail. That's why it's like, I don't like when people say, oh, you know what? I only do my money league series. The free leagues, you know what? People can't commit. No, money leagues have people bail all the time. That's why new money leagues are always starting up, because your old leagues failed just like some of the other ones. All right, let's get to the last point. They treat the money leagues like it's the pros I talked about. They're the major league. They're the big boys. They're the highbrow. Maybe when you're in that, you will see, hey, you're in a free league, and they might be like, oh, I'm more serious in my money leagues, and these ones, this is a practice. They treat it as practice, right? This is the free league is the minor league, right? That's where you kind of try out a few things, try out some new strategies, see what works, see what doesn't work, and then you don't do it, and then you go to your money league and you make you say, you know what, I learned. I'm not gonna put all my, you know, what's the expression? It's monkeys in a barrel. I'm trying to think what it is. All your eggs in a basket. Thank you. See, I just watched I Love Lucy, and he was saying, don't go counting your bridges before your chickens is hatched. You know how Ricky always messes up everything in the English language. So I couldn't even get that it was all your eggs in one basket because he messed it up. See? Yeah, TV's bad for you. So anyways, back to this, that they find out what they mess up on, and then they improve it on their money leagues. I'm okay with any of it. It's not like I'm some great sleeper or fantasy holder app. I understand that strategy. And if you do that, that's fine. But when it comes down to it, if you're going to do that, realize that still try to take it serious. Free league, money league, whatever, because when you bail, you could be really jacking it up for 10, 12 guys afterwards. So if you're going to use it like that, that's fine. Use it like that. But then stick around and try to see how to fix that. Don't just tuck your tail and run and then go, oh, well, I got my money league. So with that, and then the money leagues, they feel as if, this is it. And could it be? No, to me, it's not. Now, I've given all my points on this. I don't know how much of it anyone's going to actually listen or even care, but I'm a person that thinks I do it because I want to win. And just like Al Davis, just win, baby, just win. But if you're going to do that to win, it's regardless. Like, I don't try in my money leagues, in the baseball, in football, in any of them. I did not try any harder. If you do, that's a you thing. I don't understand that level of competition where, you know what, I'm not playing for money, so I'm not going to take this real serious. There was a couple leagues I'm in, and I've had some people leave leagues. Totally cool with that. I've had people where I'm the commissioner, and they've come to me and said, hey, you know what? I'm actually investing in multiple money leagues, and I need to focus on that. Go for it, dude. Some people can only do one team. Some can do 5. Some can do 20 or more, because it's very simple. To me, it's you go to each team, find the pieces you need, build it the way you want, and then just kind of write it out and go from there. Make it the best you can. But there are people who, you know what? I don't have time for free leagues. If I invested in them, I need money. That's totally cool. Go for it. Hey, at least they're telling you, right? That's classy. At least they're saying, hey, it's this, it's that. No problem with that. What I don't like is when people in free leagues will sit out and point things like, hey, you know what? It's a free league. What do you expect? Like treating it like it means nothing. If it means nothing, why are you in the league? And yes, this is my personal opinion now, and maybe this is my what is that? Not stat of the day. It's just this is my point of view, my opinion. Heck, the 5th opinion. This is it. To where if you are in a league and any time you have to stop and say, well, you know what? This is a free league, so it doesn't really matter. Get out. Get out of the league. Why are you in there? All of it's the same. If you don't treat it that way, that's fine. Then why are you in there? Just stick to your money leagues, right? If that's so important to you. If it's not so important to you that you need to just go, oh, well, this doesn't mean crap, but this does because I put $20. You know how many paid leagues are $10 and people do backflips? $10. Man, that's like a few snacks at 7-Eleven. So I don't want to hear, oh, well, hey guys, chill out, man. Why are you getting so mad? I'll do this when I can. I get to it. This is free league, and my life's more important than free league. Well, your life should be more important than paid league as well. Any league. It's in the end, it's all just for fun. It's all just a fantasy game, hence fantasy sports. So that's it with that. That was my little 2 cents, 5 cents at the end. But yeah, it's just something that drives me nuts. And that's why I wanted to see and I've actually had other people on Twitter talk and say, and I've asked fantasy experts. They're like, hey, ask me anything. And I'm like, what is your opinion on fantasy leagues where it's paid, non-pay, free pay? They say the same thing. Any real expert will tell you, yes, you can maybe mentally say, I need to focus more on this and push the other side, maybe not even be in that. But if you do both, what's the difference? Don't you want to win? It's all about winning. It's all about the gold, man. It's all about the title and having fun and making regular football, regular baseball sports more enjoyable at times as well. So right now, let's cut to another segment. I had to bring this in. I'm going to try to bring this in at the end of every episode once in a while, not every one. But it is about bad trades, right? We've seen so many different bad trades. The trade we're talking about today is a wild one. This one was, I saw this and it was just like, what? Even before or after, it was Melvin Gordon, right? Melvin Gordon, I believe he's 29, coming towards the end. He had a respectable year, RB2 last year. I would actually take him in some leagues late. I'm totally comfortable. Go back to one of our past videos where I mentioned running backs from 25 to 35. Melvin Gordon would be in that range. He is someone who can still give value. Now, a lot of it was last second 50-yard touchdowns or maybe couple goal line touchdowns. It doesn't matter. He still put up the points better than a lot of other guys. My point was, it was Melvin Gordon and a 2022 fourth round pick. I can't think of too many guys in the fourth round that I'm jumping for joy, right? In a 12-team league. So this is not small, 12-team league, fourth round pick, and Melvin Gordon. Got that? Okay, it's right here. And what you're giving up? Darrell Henderson. Okay. If you said Darrell Henderson or Melvin Gordon for Dynasty, I'm going to take Henderson just in the fact that he's younger. And Gordon's probably, if you're in a win now, I would still feel comfortable with Darrell Henderson. And like I said, he's younger. I'm not going to say better team because I really think the Broncos team is outstanding now. So I think he's going to do well. But Williams is the lead dog there. Cam Akers is the lead dog in LA. But who is going with, right? So you got Melvin Gordon and a fourth round pick. So is Darrell Henderson worth more than a fourth round pick? Of course. So now it's got to be, he's way better than that. So who's coming with Darrell Henderson? Something that's equal to the fourth round pick? Cam Akers. Cam Akers. So this deal, as you can see here, says Cam Akers and Darrell Henderson. So now you're getting the handcuff who can actually contribute and actually have RB2 numbers and also a possible RB1 for an RB2 and a fourth round pick. And RB2 is on the end of his career for two guys who will be most likely sticking around the next 4 to 5 years. That has got to be one of the worst trades I've seen. I have others, but I'm just going to do one at the end of each episode here and there. If you have any, send them to me. You can put them in there. You can send it. Go to my Twitter at DSCN99. DSCN99. Send it to me if you'd like. I'm all over on Fantasy Life app as well. You can find me. But if you have any, you can always send me any bad trades. I'm looking for it. I'm always asking people to send me the trade. But that is today's trade. Terrible. If I had to give this a grade, this would probably be a D. The only reason it's not an F is because at least Melvin Gordon has some value where you could say, okay, maybe I'll play Gordon over Darrell Henderson. I could see that. But that fourth round pick is nothing. And Cam Akers alone is worth more than Gordon in the fourth. To even throw Henderson in is a complete insult. But that's the only reason it's not an F. If you had put some useless tool with the fourth round pick, that would be an F. So that is it for today's show. I'm trying to come up with things that's not just about the players. I know in fantasy, that's what we want. We want to talk about rankings. We want to talk about, and I'm going to do that. As you've seen in other episodes, I will do that. But I'm trying to always find things that are not so mainstream, are things that it's the off season, right? We did cover the rookie. Go check the last video. We did cover the rookie rankings and also when is a good time to have your fantasy rookie draft. So there are other videos where I do things where I'm not just ranking players, but like this, putting up things that are out there in the fantasy world that deserve discussion and get someone else talking about it. So I hope you guys have a great day. Be safe and talk to you later. Peace.